morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at a new Joltik and a new Galvantula, and these look fun. Okay, fine, Galvantula looks fun. No one is playing the Joltik. It is a deal, right? Joltik has 40 HP, which is horrendously low, but it is at least 10 more than the other Joltik. Bearing in mind 30 HP is horrendous because, you know, things like Monkey Dory moving 3 damage counters. So 30 HP is absolutely terrible, and you do not want to be in a position where Monkey Dory can just move that energy over and destroy you. That's a very bad thing. Doesn't matter, because, oh, and it's also got a really nice attack. Single energy, 30 damage, flip a coin. If tails, it does nothing. But if you flip heads, then you get a KO on something like a Badoo. So you got more HP than the other Joltik. That's a bonus. You've got an attack which can KO something like a Badoo. That's a bonus. No one is ever going to play this one, because the other one we've got is just absurdly good. Just crazy, over-the-top, stupid good, because it can accelerate 4 energy in one go, which is dumb good. Yeah, it's got 30 HP, nobody cares, because Jolting Charge search your deck for 2 basic grass and 2 basic lightning, and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. Yeah. It's ridiculously good. Bearing in mind the other one can fail on a coin flip, so we're playing this Joltik. Like, this Joltik has completely brought these Miraidon decks back, which you know makes me happy. But yeah, we've got a ridiculously good Joltik. No one's ever playing the other Joltik. This new one, they're playing a ridiculously good Joltik. Sorry about that. But the good news is, the new Galvantula... Oh, we like the new Galvantula. At least I like the new Galvantula. What we've got here is an attack for a single lightning energy. And what you do is discard all lightning energy from this Pokemon. And it does have to be all. You cannot choose to only discard some. You got to discard it all. And then you do 50 damage for each lightning energy that you discarded. Cool. That's pretty good. Yes, it does have to be all the energy, and that's a little bit sad, etc. Fine. But this can build up very quickly. It's 50 times. So 4 energy, 200, 5 energy, 250, and then, you know, we can keep going from there. And the reality is, when we're looking at a card like this, what we really need is ways to accelerate energy. If we've got good ways to accelerate energy, get lots of energy on the field continually, this is going to be a really nice attack. And if not, then it's going to be expensive and it's never going to be used. Well, wonderful news. This is a lightning Pokemon. We're good when it comes to lightning Pokemon. We want to accelerate energy onto lightning Pokemon. We are happy. Now, obviously, when we're talking early game, we got Electric Generator. That's still very much an option. Came around in Scarlet and Violet. Has not rotated out yet. Yay! But even that, I don't think we're really going for here, because we're getting Electric back. And remember, Electric is just a reprint of the old Electric. And I mean like a full-on reprint. Even down to the point of having the same flavor text. It is the same card. And it accelerates energy. Once during your turn, you may attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. But obviously, it's once per turn per Electric. So if you've got multiple Electric out, you can be accelerating multiple energy. And that's going to help massively. Also, as a side note, we know all these cards are getting illustration rares, artwork rares, right? We know there's 156 illustration rares coming in the set. Why would they not show us the illustration rares in the reveal this morning? What's the point? There's so many illustration rares, you don't have to save them. There's 156 of them. Seriously, though, there's no reason to hold them that I can see. Sometimes you look at it and you go, wow, they've only got so many illustration rares to reveal. I can understand why they might be saving them for another reveal down the line. No, there's so many illustration rares in this set. I'm not sure why they haven't shown them, but then again, there might be a good reason we just don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But between your Electric Generator, if you need it early game, and your rather lovely electric, you are going to be accelerating a bunch of energy here. And that's the only thing that gave us any pause for thought with this attack. It's clearly a very powerful attack. We just need to accelerate lots of energy regularly to do it. And now we can. But here's the thing. In the reveal, they gave an example, which I'm sure there are some people out there wondering if it works. I'm going to tell you now, it was literally revealed that it does work. That was part of the reveal. Reversal energy. You see, this doesn't say for each card discarded, you do 50 damage. It says for each energy discarded, you do 50 damage. And that means that if you've got an energy, which will count as free energy, like for instance reversal energy, then yes, it will allow you to do 150 damage. Now, very important point to remember, reversal energy isn't always free coloured energy. It is only free coloured energy if you are behind on prizes, if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. So the deal is very simple. While you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, you whack this on here, it's free lightning energy, discarding it does 150, there's no controversy here, this just works. However, if you're not behind on prizes, then this doesn't work. It goes back to providing just a single colourless energy, at which point it is a significantly weaker card. Okay? That's very, very, very important. But you can imagine a world in which you're behind on prizes, and you've got a couple of electric on the field, and you can go from, I've got no energy, to boom, 300 damage very, very quickly. I'm not sure this is good enough to be an every turn kind of attacker. But I absolutely do think it fits two roles very nicely. Role number one, I'm taking out single prize Pokemon. I only need 2 or 3 energy on me. That is going to be quite easy. Option number 2, I need one big swing at one point in the game. Let's go. And that can be built up to as well. Get an energy or 2 when it's on the bench, and then attach a reversal energy, use a couple of electric, and off you go. That could work kind of beautifully, honestly. That could work kind of beautifully. I really, really like this card. And it is worth noting there's actually 3 other Galvantula legal in the format right now with which we can combine it. So we got the Galvantula from Paradox Rift that for a single energy does 50 and 30 to one of your opponent's bench. I think that one is so much worse than here, and I don't think we're ever going to play it. But it just needs to be pointed out that it is technically an option. I don't think it's a good one. I don't think you should use it. But it is an option. We've got the one from Shrouded Fable that says attacks used by this Pokemon do 50 more to your opponent's active that has an ability. And if it's got a grass and a lightning, it does 130. And then you add 50, so it actually does 180. Don't sleep on this one. I don't think this is good enough on its own. But if you've got a grass and a lightning against a Pokemon with an ability, this does 180. There is an argument, and I'm not saying it's necessarily the best argument, but I am saying that there is an option here. Plus, it's worth pointing out this is a grass Galvantula, not a lightning like the other ones I'm showing you. And it is worth noting there are some very good Pokemon that are weak to grass, like, for instance, Charizard, which just so happens to have an ability. And I suppose I should also say Mamoswine, but I don't want to because I don't want people to start countering Mamoswine. But technically Mamoswine is weak to grass and has an ability, so I'm not saying this is, again, an every turn one, but I am saying that you're going to be playing the Joltik that accelerates grass and lightning, and if you've got a grass and lightning on here, and with electric that's much easier to pull off, against a Pokemon with an ability that's weak to grass, this will be doing 360, and it's really not that difficult. It's a stage 1, you put a grass and a lightning on, you get a one-hit KO on stuff like Charizard and Mamoswine. Like, it's really not that difficult. And then we've got Galvantula EX, whereby it's 220 to an EX or a Pokemon V for 2 energy, Or you can even use Fulgurite. Now, you only need a fighting here in addition to the grass and the lightning. But it does 180, discards all energy, and your opponent can't play items next turn. So that alone has got to be worth a little bit of a look. We've had a good Joltik for a little while now. No one is arguing about the new Joltik. We're not having it. But this new Galvantula has a very, very useful and interesting attack. You go and combine that with some of the others we've seen. I think there's potential here. I'm giving this one an extremely tentative 4 Wassies, which sounds too high, but I've said it now and I'm not taking it back. I think the idea here that you can use stuff like Reversal Energy and Electric to go and do big attacks or trade with little Pokemon sounds good to me. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Good us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassie. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Ashley Munns, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourself till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.